3, 2, 1.
Hi, welcome back to Show Me Trucks. In this video, I'm getting ready for the Fall Carlisle swap meet up in Pennsylvania. My favorite time of the year. I love these swap meets. This is my first time setting up a booth, so let's see how it goes. Real excited. I'm gonna show you a bunch of the parts I'm gonna bring, so if you guys see anything you guys really need, I'm gonna be at booth G32. I'm gonna have my 36 GMC back here, hopefully up and running and hood on and everything. For sale, but it'll be pending. I'm still working on the tune a little bit. I got a bunch of details done last night, and hopefully today's a little better. Let me show you some of the parts I'm gonna bring. Well, first up, I've never stayed this long at the swap meet. Bringing a comfy chair, bringing a tent, because I think I'm gonna go old school and stay there in a tent. I'm sure it's gonna rain, so I'll probably be sleeping under some tables and stuff. First up, 67, 72 parts. That's usually the trucks I deal with the most. Some door panels. These are the little top trim pieces for the door panels. Little steering column pieces. Foot hinges. Manual clutch brake setup. And then I have a bunch of miscellaneous. And all this stuff is gonna be cheap, you know. I'm trying to clear out my garage. I'm not giving stuff away, but it's all cheap, trust me, especially for Carlisle prices. There you have some bed supports, a couple random brackets, some hinges. These are your shock mounts for the rear, trailing arms, a couple of the little coil spring pads, some bump stop brackets, some accelerator pedals, some other miscellaneous brake pedals and stuff. A bunch of this stuff is going to be in like a $3, $4 bucket. So like I said, I'm basically giving stuff away. Some engine mounts. Now I have some four-wheel drive stuff that I took off. So these are your front crossmember brackets. These are your front leaf spring brackets. I'm pretty sure this is square body setup, but this is a rear leaf spring bracket. These are V8 engine mount brackets for your front crossmember. I have two sets of tailgate supports, front bumper brackets. This is for inside on your column. Little supports for your core support to fender, like 68 to 72. Column supports. The 67 and I'm pretty sure 68s are different because they have a lever style emergency brake, and I'll show you that later. Hood latch, and then this is your front rear leaf spring mounts for four-wheel drive. These are some seat belts. They're missing some parts on the seat belt part, but all the straps and everything are good. I have an extra little cover that's red original, you know. 57 armrest. I have three of the shorter radiator hold downs. This is a pair of door latch mechanisms. I have a bunch of the striker pieces, but this is a 67 emergency brake setup, which is a little different because the later one's more of a foot style on the side, but I always like these, so I'll have that there. Gauge cluster, a GMC original paint, no cracks. Those are any of these that are the plastics that don't have cracks are really hard to find. I've been holding on to this one forever in case I ever got a GMC, but I'll get rid of it if someone wants to pay for it. Some visors, decent shape. Most of these that you see, the stitching comes out, but all the vinyl is good. It's just usually you have to redo the stitch, which is actually really easy to do. I have a 67, 68 column, manual column. Two sets of vent windows, and then I have a front sway bar. That's basically free. It's got some broken tabs. If you want to try to fix it, good luck. I'll have it there. Some emblems, door handles, window crank, random door handle. I have some wiper knobs that I'll be keeping. So if you come to my booth, I'll have this up front because I don't want people stealing all my knobs. Especially 67 knobs. Those are usually the ones I hang on to. I don't usually care about these 68 ones and later, but the 67s, especially the 67s with the little stainless in there. And then I have some of the wing window pieces, brand new. I'm also bringing this 67, 68 grill. I think $120. And then I'm also bringing this whole dash cluster that I've had kind of on my wall decoration style. It's off of four-wheel drive, but It even has a radio in it, knobs and everything, and I put a cluster in it. So we can also negotiate if you don't want all those extra parts. We can pull all that out if you just need the dash. I scrapped the cab, so I cut back way behind the windshield. So if you are going to use it, you can drill out all your spot welds and weld it right in. Way down there, I forgot to show you, I'm also going to bring a set of door glass. 36 to 38 Chevy truck guys. And some of the cars. I'll show you some of the parts. So to start off, I have a 17-inch artillery wheel, 6-lug. I also have another 6-lug rim, which I know is not for that, but it's a 15x6 column with a steering wheel. This is the same one that is in my 36 GMC. These metal pieces, for you guys that are doing the trucks, these are the pieces that go up in here, behind this pillar. So all that stuff is super hard to find. I have a couple window regulators. These are the 37 grill pieces. Emergency brake setup. Some of this stuff I can't confirm if it's 36 to 39 or later. It's just some extra parts that I bought because I like using them so that you can make custom pedal setups like I have in this truck. But a couple brakes, a couple clutch pedals, but you can use them for other things. I only have one of the little spindles. Some accelerator pedals. I have one of the steering arms. I think there's a PTO lever. Steering column holder that mounts to your frame right here. This is the brake bracket. In here I have some swing arms. Not exactly sure what those went to. They kind of came with some other stuff. Then I have some running board brackets. Then whenever you get up into here, I have a whole bag of wiper regulators and extra parts. I just kept buying everything I could to try to get my regulators to work. I just wanted to make sure I have plenty. So there's a bunch of different ones in there and parts and things. I would like to kind of sell this all together. I will part it out, so the earlier you get there, the more parts you can get. Whenever you restore one of these, all this stuff gets so expensive if you buy it one by one. So I had bought this box all together from the guy, and so hopefully I can pass it on. I want you guys to get your trucks done. So steering column cover hold down. These are some of your door latches, some knobs, your door crank. This is your vent arm. These are the little leather hold downs. These are actually brand new, but I wanted to use the original paint ones in my truck. But I needed the leather. Some of these little parts I don't even totally know. This is some kind of window crank setup. I have some of the light knobs in here. So these are some of your leaf spring bushing pads. I have some different, ignition pieces, some glove box door locks, some of the electronics. Some of these electronics are actually new old stock, but whole box, like I said, whole box for 60 bucks, or you can go on eBay and you probably pay $60 for these. Bunch of gauge parts, especially this water one. This is a Chevy one. Some of this stuff is Chevy and not GMC. GMC's actually has brown in here instead of this lighter color. So I used the GMC ones I had, but all the other little parts come in handy. I switched some glass out and some of the chrome out on mine. It even has a new sticker set for it, so you can rebuild it. The only other thing I have is this. I'm pretty sure this is a 37 grill emblem. Not 100%, but for 25 bucks. Felt like that's pretty cheap. Hopefully some of you guys can use this stuff. Miscellaneous parts. This one, I'm not dying to sell, but if someone really needs it. This is like your 48 to 54 Suburbans and panels. You just have a front sway bar, so it has all your tabs and everything. And if no one buys it, I'll probably throw it on my Suburban. I just need to figure out bushings for it. Glove box door. This is, a finned aluminum air cleaner I was gonna throw on my 36, but I never did. A couple turn signals. This is a brand new Speedway alternator bracket setup. This is some brand new seatbelt webbing I bought a long time ago, and the color just wasn't the right color. I thought it was gonna be a little more blue. You know, obviously your patented foot gas pedal. This gauge little bezel, I have no idea what it goes to. Hubcap, you know, this is like your 216 valve cover. This is a brand new shaved door lock kit. Power window setup. The rest of it I have way up there. I have to dig it out today. Wire looms. This is like emergency brake release cable. And then in there's a bunch of old license plates and then a bunch of old body tags. And then the rest of my miscellaneous parts, I'm not gonna pull them out. I kind of just put them in this huge LMC box. But this is a bunch of like new old stock replacement parts. These are gonna be really cheap, but a bunch of cool stuff in there. Tons of like, you know, point sets and different coils and distributor caps. And I bought all this at an estate sale. And I've kind of kept the stuff I think I'm gonna actually end up using on a 6-cylinder. But some of this is like Toyota stuff, but a lot of it is old GM parts. And I have a whole nother box up here that is also new parts. Some of this is some brackets and things, license plate brackets. And then this box has a bunch of lights and door handles and mirrors and different things, but a bunch of brand new shackles. I think these are like Chrysler or something. And then this stuff, these are like your cab lights, but these are like new old stock cab lights. Let me try to open this for you, but again, I'm not one of those guys that charges crazy. It's not gonna be reasonable prices. I hope someone that really needs it wants this kind of stuff. Me, yeah, I might end up needing this later on, but not anytime soon. So anyone needs any of that stuff. A bunch of cool little brackets and tabs and stuff that is really cool whenever you're building old hot rods and you don't want to buy new parts, which is kind of how I like to build. I don't like using a bunch of brand new parts, even though I know it's got a new engine in the 36, but I like the older parts, and I like to use your brain to make it all fit. So those are a bunch of the parts. I'm gonna load up the truck and get ready for a fun time at Carlisle. Well, I was cleaning out the truck so I could start packing, and of course there's a baby mouse in my truck. That's why my truck smells like death. Mice live in here all winter. If you guys set up booths or you've ever stayed at Carlisle, let me know. Is camping a good idea? Bringing a tent. So I plan on camping. I want to rough it. I want to have the old experience, you know. I'm assuming it used to feel like Woodstock out there for a whole week. You know, I'm there to have a good time. Hopefully people are okay and don't throw up whenever they see my LS engine and the 36 GMC back here. And hopefully someone buys it, maybe just straight cash so I can spend a bunch of money at the swap meet. And come by and say hi if you guys watch the channel. I'd like to see no one responds on my comments. So if you guys want to talk in person, that'd be cool. Thanks for watching. Later.